I'm Duncan from WCSA. Brendan is representing Isiflo this morning. And we're going to be looking at the Flexi, the Isiflo products, and we're going to do a product overview. All right, we're going to just tell you the basics of how these products work, where they can be used, and a little bit about how to install them.
So the product is from Norway. It is very widely used with almost all municipalities in Europe. It's made from a composite material, an extremely strong composite material. Can take pressures of up to 20 bar and temperatures of up to 70 degrees centigrade, and doesn't corrode, doesn't get affected by sunlight, doesn't break down in the sun, so you can use it above ground, below ground, wherever you need to use it. You've got a couple of components here. You've got an O-ring, and we've got a shuttle. The shuttle has got little grip rings, stainless steel grip rings, and these bite into the pipe. So when you're using the fitting, you'll notice that the O-ring doesn't fit snug over the pipe. That normally concerns plumbers, but in this instance, the way the fitting is designed, that's exactly how it's supposed to work. And I'll explain that in a little bit more detail. If we look inside the fitting, it's got a conical shape, and that's what's going to help this O-ring seal on the pipe. So the O-ring fits in there and the shuttle into there. So when the pipe is pushed into here and I tighten the nut, what will happen is that this shuttle will be forced downwards and down into that conical shape that I showed you earlier. And that is going to create the seal between the O-ring and the pipe. So all that's really needed is that we tighten up the fitting by hand. At this point, there's no need for a tool. You just tighten it up nice and tight by hand. And once you get it nice and tight like that, all you do is you take your spanner and give it a half a turn just to make sure. Obviously then just double check it, make sure there's no leak. If there's a leak, it could just need a little bit of an extra turn. The only way that this fitting can leak is if the O-ring has been pinched or the O-ring is pushed to the side. Otherwise, it will not leak.
Right, so Brendan, if you can just explain to us where would this be used? What application?
Yeah, thanks, Duncan. So really, this fitting is, the reason we call it a flexi is because it's that flexible. It can be used virtually anywhere. So it can be used above ground, it can be used in the ground, it can be used in hot water applications, cold water applications. It's got a wide range of temperatures that it can withstand. It is not affected by UV light. It's not affected by many different chemicals, not all chemicals, but most chemicals that plumbers would come across, this one will not be affected by. So it really can be used anywhere that you need to join pipes together or fix a leak. So some of the biggest benefits of this product is that it can take extremely high pressures, up to 20 bar, and it can take extremely high temperatures, up to 70 degrees. If you're connecting to galvanized, one of the problems that plumbers come across a lot is that the pipe is actually corroded, and that creates a big problem in terms of trying to join other fittings to it. It's no problem with a Flexi. If you're going from galvanized to HDPE, or from galvanized to copper, or from copper to HDPE, it doesn't really matter. This fitting is the fitting for you. One of the huge benefits is the range of sizes that it can take. So for example, this fitting in my hand, you'll see that it's printed on the side there, 27 to 35. It will take any piping with an outside diameter between 27 mil and 35 mil. So it makes it extremely versatile fitting for any plumber that needs to do a pipe repair or join onto an existing piping system.
All right, so Brendan, please just give us a little bit of info on the sizing of this product.
Sure.
And what is it ranges, if you want to call it?
So the coupling like this comes in 3 different sizes, from 15 millimeter up to 35 millimeter. The male coupling like this comes in 6 different sizes, from 15 millimeter up to 63 millimeter.
Okay, so Brendan, if you can just give us a little demo of how do we install this product.
Sure. It's really such an easy product to install. It doesn't really matter which piping system you use. For the purpose of this demo, I'm going to use this piece of HDPE pipe. And it's quite simple. There's a line on the fitting here, which indicates the maximum depth that you should have. And you just take the fitting, the pipe, and you get that distance. So you can either mark it with a pencil or a marker of some sort. But the simple way, really, is just to use your finger and get that distance. And then you would push the fitting over the pipe, like that. It's quite simple, to the depth that we've measured beforehand. It's preferable that the pipe is cut off square and clean, but it's not essential. If you're not able to cut the pipe off 100% square and 100% clean, it's really not the end of the world, because the joint, the actual seal is happening in the body of the fitting and not necessarily at the end. And then it's quite simple. You hand tighten it until it's nice and tight, and then you just give it one turn with a spanner, and that's it. Obviously, once you've pressurized it, just check and make sure that there isn't any leaks. If there are, maybe just give it a little nip and that should sort it out. The only way this fitting can leak is if the O-ring has gone skew. So that's the only thing you really need to make sure of, is that the O-ring is in place and that it's seated quite nicely. But generally, very, very easy installation, very simple and very quick, as you can see.
All right, so Brendan, I'm just going to talk about this product, the Flexi Adapter. Traditionally, the guys use the HDPE fittings, but one of the main problems was the cross-threading of the plastic fitting. Can you just explain to us a little bit about these threads and what's the advantage to
Sure.
that?
So, as I've mentioned previously, is that the product is made from a very, very strong composite material. And that makes the threads extremely durable. So even if I was to cross-thread this, and sometimes even cross-thread it multiple times, you'll be able to unscrew the fitting quite easily, and then just position it nice and straight again, and then screw it on and tighten it, and the cross-threading will be no issue. Really strong fitting.
And do you recommend tape with it?
Yes, definitely. You should be using PTFE tape.
Yeah.
You could use hemp,
Yeah.
but we definitely recommend PTFE tape.
All right, so guys, we just looked at the Isiflo product. Ask for these products at your local plumbing hardware across the country.